Let's get to your sports this morning here on Indiana Radio 267 / Brownsburg. In the NCAA last night, it was the number 4 Xavier Musketeers 89, Georgetown Hoyas 77. Musketeers go to 25-4, while the Hoyas dropped to 15-11. And it was the number 1 Virginia Cavaliers upping their record to 25-2 with a 65-54 win over the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, who dropped down to 11-17 on this year. And it was the number 10 North Carolina Tar Heels upping their record to a 22-7 with a 78-74 win over the Syracuse Orange, who fall to 18-10. And it was the number 5 Duke Blue Devils running all over the Louisville Cardinals, 82-56. Devils go to 23-5, while the Cardinals drop to 18-10. In the NHL, it was the Blackhawks 3 and the Senators 2. Senators dropped to 21-28-10, while the Blackhawks go to 26-27-8, almost evening their record for the year. And it was the Anaheim Ducks upping their record to 31-20-11 with a 2-0 shutout over the Dallas Stars, whose record falls to 34-22-4. And it was the Vegas Golden Knights upping their record to 40-16-4 with a 7-3 win over the Flames of Calgary, and their record drops to 30-22-9. And that's your sports scores for this morning. In your sports history on this day, in his first fight after losing to Lennox Lewis, Mike Tyson beats Clifford Entame by the first round knockout. The fight held at the Pyramid in Memphis, Tennessee. Bonnie Blair in 1988 skates world record 500 meters. In 1980, the United States Olympic hockey team defeats the Soviet Union 43 in the semifinals of the Olympic Winter Games. The Soviet team had been undefeated in Olympic hockey since 1968. And in 1959, in the first Daytona 500 auto race, Lee Petty wins, going at an average of 135.521 miles per hour. And from the Olympics, Team USA topped Canada 3-2 in a shootout for its first Olympic gold medal in women's hockey since 1998. Hilary Knight and Monique Lamoureux scored in regulation before the team came through in the shootout, behind scores from Jacqueline Lamoureux, Amanda Kessel, and Gigi Marvin. The victory avenges the Americans' brutal loss to the Canadians in the Olympic gold medal game 4 years ago in Sochi. This time around, the team rallied from a 2-1 deficit, entering the third period behind a clutch breakaway goal from Lamoureux. Players involved on Team USA have said repeatedly over the past couple days that this was the biggest game of their lives. Now they get to leave victorious after a thrilling performance against a stellar opponent. Turning to spring training baseball, if you're looking to follow some of your favorite teams, this is just to let you know that the Indians' schedule is going like this. Tomorrow at 3:05, the Indians play the Reds, and Saturday, the Indians play the Diamondbacks. That game's at 3:10. And on Sunday, the Indians play the Reds at 3:05. On Monday, the Indians play the Brewers. That's at 3:05. And on Tuesday, it's the Indians versus the Athletics with a 3:05 start. And on the 28th, Wednesday, the Indians will take on the Mariners at 3:05. So if you're looking for your favorite teams to be playing spring training baseball, that's what you want to tune in on. I know Dave C is certainly going to do that. If you're a Chicago Cubs fan, the Cubs will be playing tomorrow at 3:05 against the Brewers. On Saturday, the Cubs play the Rangers. On Sunday, the Cubs play the Giants. On Monday, it's the Cubs and the Mariners. On Tuesday, it's the Cubs and the White Sox. And on Wednesday, it'll be the Cubs and the Athletics. So if you're a Cubs fan, that's there for you. If you're a White Sox fan, then the White Sox are going to play the Dodgers tomorrow. And the White Sox will play the Mariners on Saturday. On Sunday, the White Sox take on the Reds. And on Monday, the White Sox take on the Athletics. And on Tuesday, it's the Cubs, the White Sox. And on Wednesday, it's the White Sox and the Rangers. If you're a Reds fan, the Reds take on the Indians tomorrow. The Reds take on the Rockies Saturday. The Reds taking on the White Sox on Sunday. Indians again take on with the Reds on Sunday. And on Monday, it's the Reds and the Diamondbacks. And on Tuesday, it's the Brewers and the Reds. So if you're following your favorite minor leagues, spring training, where a lot of players are going to be ending up, but they're getting their opportunity now. It's definitely exciting baseball that you'll want to tune into. Sportscaster Mel Kiper has released his second mock draft for 2018 and has Josh Allen going to the Browns for the second time. Kiper believes that the only way the Browns don't end up with a quarterback in the top spot is if they were to land Kirk Cousins. But here he sees them going with the Wyoming product. Kiper wrote, "The NFL statistical comp I make to Allen. Matthew Stafford completed 51.7% of his passes in 39 games at Georgia and still went number one overall. And Stafford had better talent all around him. Trading when you need a quarterback is how you miss out on Carson Wentz. Ooh. Surprisingly, there's just one other quarterback in Kiper's top five. He has the Giants going with Saquon Barkley to give Eli Manning a full arsenal that should help him recover from a poor 2017 season. Rounding out his top five are NC State defensive end Bradley Chubb, Alabama defensive back Menike Fitzpatrick, and USC quarterback Sam Darnold to the Broncos. Of course, with the NFL Combine coming up, you should expect things to change across all mock drafts. For now, that's what Mel Kiper is seeing. And we are going to be right back with some card tips for you. So stay tuned.